For centuries, hidden in the rugged highlands of Ethiopia, a community known as the Beta Israel, or Falasha Jews, lived a life of devotion and resilience. Isolated from the rest of the Jewish world, they clung to ancient traditions, passing down their beliefs from one generation to the next. These people claimed descent from Menelik IV, the son of the Queen of Sheba and King Solomon, a lineage steeped in legend and faith. Their practices were unmistakably Jewish. They observed the Sabbath, performed circumcisions, celebrated Jewish festivals, and adhered to dietary laws. Yet their story was not just one of faith, but also one of hardship and survival against all odds. In the 4th century CE, the powerful Aksumite kingdom adopted Christianity, and persecution followed. The Beta Israel community, steadfast in their Judaism, was forced to retreat to the shores of Lake Tana in northern Ethiopia. Here they faced relentless oppression. By the 14th century, scattered Jewish communities united to form what became known as the House of Israel, an act of defiance and resilience. But their struggle continued. Emperor Susenyos crushed their independence in the 17th century, confiscating their lands and leaving them marginalized. Despite the hardships, they persevered, weaving their identity into the very fabric of Ethiopian history. By the late 19th century, life began to improve for Beta Israel. Tens of thousands lived near Lake Tana, with men working as blacksmiths and farmers, and women renowned for their pottery. They practiced their faith with devotion, using sacred texts written in Ge'ez, the ancient Ethiopian language. Although disconnected from Talmudic Judaism, their commitment to Jewish traditions was unwavering. The turning point came in the 20th century. In 1973, Rabbi Obadiah Yosef, Israel's chief rabbi, declared that Beta Israel were descendants of the lost tribes of Israel. This recognition sparked a series of daring operations to bring Ethiopian Jews to Israel, a mission of rescue, faith, and hope. In the 1980s, Ethiopia was ravaged by famine and civil war. Thousands of Beta Israel embarked on perilous journeys, fleeing their homeland on foot. Families walked for weeks, facing hunger, disease, and violence. Many perished before reaching Sudanese refugee camps. But those who survived carried a single dream: to reach the Promised Land. Between November 1984 and January 1985, Operation Moses unfolded. This covert mission, led by Mossad with help from the CIA and Sudanese authorities, airlifted nearly 8,000 Ethiopian Jews to Israel. Planes quietly transported refugees from Sudan to Brussels and finally to Israel. For these people, the moment they touched Israeli soil was like entering a dream. But the dream was interrupted. The mission was exposed in January 1985, halting the rescue. Many families were left behind, separated by borders and uncertainty. In 1985, Operation Sheba began, aided by U.S. Vice President George H.W. Bush. This effort brought another 20,000 Ethiopian Jews to safety. The largest and most dramatic rescue came in 1991 with Operation Solomon. As Ethiopia's government teetered on the brink of collapse, Israel negotiated a deal to airlift 15,000 Beta Israel in just 24 hours. 30 planes carried families to safety, a testament to the unyielding determination to fulfill the promise of return. Meanwhile, Mossad carried out one of its most audacious operations. On Sudan's Red Sea coast, agents established a fake resort called a Rouse. While guests enjoyed the beachside paradise, agents secretly smuggled Ethiopian Jews from refugee camps to the coast. The mission, known as Wings of the Dove, is now legendary, a blend of ingenuity, bravery, and purpose. For the Beta Israel, arriving in Israel was a monumental moment, but it marked the beginning of a new struggle. They faced discrimination, poverty, and questions about their Jewish identity. In the 1990s, shocking revelations emerged. Israeli blood banks were discarding donations from Ethiopian Jews due to fears of HIV. This rejection echoed their broader struggle for acceptance in Israeli society. Protests erupted over police violence and systemic discrimination. The killing of Solomon Taka in 2019 by an off-duty police officer brought thousands to the streets, demanding justice and equality. "Are we so different?" Teka's father asked. "We follow the laws. Why can't they respect us?" Today, over 160,000 Ethiopian Jews live in Israel. They are part of the nation's vibrant fabric, contributing to its culture and economy. But their journey is far from over. While progress has been made in education and employment, challenges remain. Their story is one of unshakable faith, incredible resilience, and the enduring hope for equality.